This is not Super Mario.
No.
This is the Nerd On Update, where we talk about the nerdy show and the news and the... Oh, my goodness. Well,
how did that happen?
It was a lube comment, wasn't it?
No. She was pointing, saying something was wrong. I saw her, like, we couldn't hear her, and then she vanished.
I had such a flow, everyone. You have no idea. Like... It was.
What? Hey, man. Hey, as 50 Cent said, do it without an audience. So what's the flow?
Here we are. We're doing the Nerd On Update. It is our weekly show where we talk about the nerdy news and answer questions from you, the people. And really, the first part of the show is in which we just make each other feel uncomfortable or get very, very close and have sexual conversations.
Yes,
that's the flow.
I like it.
That's the flow.
That is the flow. And here
Amy
we are.
I mean, Amy did come in with like one of those DJ, you know. Like, hey, what's up? How you say?
Goddamn fucking internet.
It wasn't the internet. It wasn't the internet. It was straight up one of the plugs to the back of the shear mic. So when y'all were talking sexy talk, it popped out and it went to the regular speakers.
It popped
and I was like,
out. It pulled out.
It pulled out.
Yeah, it jumped.
Some of us don't worry about that.
Anyone watch the new Final Destination?
Not yet, but I can't wait.
They had a little MRI moment.
No.
And peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Hell nah, dog.
That shit was cray.
Hell nah, dog.
That shit was cray. What's up? It's how's it going, everybody? We haven't seen everyone in a second. How about we get a little recap? What you guys been up to? How the hell are y'all doing? Amy, Steve's.
Steve's goes first.
Let's being gentlemen.
Well, it's age before beauty, so go ahead.
Good call.
Oh, now you're pretty.
Now if you're pretty. Things have been good. You know, the sixth grader is about to be promoted.
All right, Amy, I didn't want to hear his life story. Go ahead. Okay.
So Jackson was born August. Ben
10 was on May.
Ben
10 Alien, Ultimate Alien.
Marathoning the Mission Impossible series. That's what I've been doing. Yeah, before I watch the new one. So yeah. Rewatching it. This is not the first time. I've seen them all a number of times, but
are you gonna go watch the new one in theory?
I have made the request for my upcoming birthday to simply have, when people ask me what present do you want, I simply say a day at the movies.
But you didn't go watch
Sinners. Or just like a full...
I was like a full day. Sinners, Mission Impossible.
But you didn't watch Sinners in IMAX.
I didn't. I know.
So you don't want to support.
I'm aware where I failed. The best I can do is share all Sinners content on my social media, which I have been doing. That's all I can do.
But you didn't go pay any money to go see it.
I didn't, but I love
you put more money into the Ellison family.
I will if I get my day at the theaters.
You'll put more money into the company that laid me off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because fuck you, Tom.
You get it. You understand.
Just want to make sure. Hey, sometimes, this is why,
remember,
in the political sphere, we lose all the time because we just, cannibalize each other.
Look at the hat.
You're never doing enough.
We the ones.
At least we get 2 Christmases.
Yeah.
2, all the extra presents. Yes.
Extra presents. 2 movie days.
So you're watching white man run, wives and girlfriends get killed, this franchise.
Hey man, listen, I've been a Mission Impossible fan since the first one. I've been with it.
We were all a fan of Mission Impossible 1. Like, don't play with that. That movie was very...
I will play with whatever I want to play with.
Not with me.
No. You can't see what's happening below the window.
Here we are, everybody.
You think I'm wearing pants?
Nope. Am I? We'll find out. But I have been a fan of the entire franchise, and I want to see the new one. And I'm sorry, I can like both Sinners and Mission Impossible because last time I checked, Tom and Michael are bros. So there we go.
Nope.
Tom Cruise and Michael B. Jordan. Not Tom.
It's really weird that there hasn't been a demand for Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves to be in a movie together.
You would think.
Yeah. These look at me, man, I break my body in every movie. And I'm like, why are they in a movie together? They're like over fucking 80 years old. And they
just by the end of the movie, they're just like fucking handicapped and they just can't move. and they're like, "Hey, at
What
least I
if?
did my
Okay,
own
this is it.
stunts."
This is the pitch. This is the pitch. This is the.
I have
pitch.
another one, but go, Tom.
I direct it. Craig Mazin, the writer, the titular writer of Scary
love it.
Movie
I
4
love
and
it.
5, the best ones.
Why are you?
And it's called Legal Weapons. And they're both too old for this shit.
But you don't mention the what he got critical acclaim for. You mentioned Scary Movie 4 and 5.
Because those are parody movies, and I'm doing a parody movie, and there's two.
Right.
You're supposed to have a. You're supposed to have a buddy cop, and it's supposed to be like Odd Couple, but they're just both too old for this shit, man. You know
I did see a conversation in Threads about creating the never-ending franchise, and that is putting Ethan Hunt into Final Destination. Death will finally meet its match. There's that one right there for you.
You don't know how the new one ended.
You really need to see the new one.
Okay. I already assumed it. This came out before the movie released, guys. Jesus Christ, man. I'm
That's
aware.
like No Time to Die.
Okay, well, good. Hey,
Evil
by the way,
dies tonight.
Evil
dies tonight.
thanks.
Evil dies.
You
I-
keep that to yourself.
Also,
Thanks.
I haven't watched the new one, so I don't even know if he lives or not. But I'm just like, you don't know if he lives or
You
dies.
could have kept it to yourself.
I don't know. I don't know. But I'm talking about No Time to Die, James Bond. I'm like, all right,
But
it's the end of the franchise. They're more likely gonna kill him off.
But I did assume Ethan was dying.
I
know
mean,
that.
he's old enough.
Yeah, finally.
I thought either Ving Rhames or Simon Pegg's gonna die because you see them be like, and I'm like, someone's gonna die.
trailers.
Ain't
Are
someone
good.
gonna die. Okay. Anyways, Amy, how you
Hi.
been? What you been up to? How's it going on?
Things that I had to sign an NDA that I can't disclose in relation to my work, but yeah, we
Moving
can
on.
talk about what.
That's what I say. Moving on because we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Screams
And-
in NDA.
This sounds great. This is good news. NDA. Yeah, good things. Yeah. Positive. Yeah. No.
this is not a friendier. This is an NDA.
Yeah, friend DA is like, yo, this is
Yeah.
happening to me. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Hey, 691.
Got it.
I like that we coined that. This is the book versus a comic, a book.
This is we really don't want you to talk about us behind back. So
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Don't tell mom, don't tell dad. Like just
No word.
Yeah.
So
Amy's
there's
doing great.
that. I'm so elated. So happy to see you guys. It is hot. It is getting balls hot up here in Northern
Yeah.
California.
How hot is that?
Not even that fun. Like it's supposed
No.
to be 101 on Friday.
It's
Like, come
stupid.
on.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
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 I mean, here in LA, we are crying, complaining about it's high 80s, and we're like, fuck, why?
We'll trade you.
Yeah,
We
we'll
will
take it
trade you.
gladly.
We will
Gladly.
trade you. Yeah, but besides the heat, that thing, I have a senior that graduates in 2 weeks. So, yeah. Make all the sounds because it's happening. But we're really excited about that because it means all sorts of ridiculous things and unexpected ways to say congratulations. If Steve saw one of them, because we bought her a giant metal.
Zoo?
No,
not-
we bought a zoo. I love that movie. We bought a zoo. Dang it. No, we got her a championship belt, literally a giant wrestling belt.
Oh yeah.
You know who didn't like we bought a zoo?
Who?
Damon, because he had to go to the adjustment bureau right after. You know what I'm saying?
Ah!
I mean, and then pow, shipped him off to Interstellar.
He was like, "Listen, I'm in San Diego. I'm here for the zoo,"
Yep.
and they put me the other direction.
You came in for
And
a
now,
soul.
I'm in state. But so
Oh, yeah, buddy. Look at that title.
it's heavy.
Is she taking that to graduation? Is she taking
You gonna wear it under the robe? Heck
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Heck yes.
It'd be
Raise it
cool
up.
if it was on the hat.
They can't put
Just
anything.
like,
They can't put anything
Just
on
like
their hat.
also like someone's talking, and you just Aziz light.
I mean, it's bright enough that you really could.
Can she reveal
Exactly.
it like once she gets to the stage? Like, can't she take it out and show the title? No, that's a no.
She's
Damn.
not supposed to do anything
She
because
could pull a
apparently-
Triple H.
See, she decided
go up
she's
on the
gonna go with
stage,
the EO
hanging it over
Sky.
her head, like just
Oh,
like
yes.
Yeah, well, she's going with the EO Sky, but
That's a great one.
the consensus has been just wear a really baggy shirt and stretchy pants under your robe, and then after you take the official pictures, you just unzip it and whip out the belt. Not
the paint, the
the
belt.
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 The
We
belt.
actually
The belt
we
title.
almost got a belt for the show that would be the the biggest grump, the grump. Oh,
The
you
grump
get the
belt?
the grump belt. It was going to be for who's the grump of the episode, and it was going to be
I
me.
like
You
it.
can see right here.
He
There's
should
a
do.
crown right there.
Yeah, you can see.
Well, Steve
up in-
technically owes me his belt because I was kicking his butt in
If
trivia.
only we had live shows again. Anyway,
Ah,
what she should do is she should do Roman's old taunt when he was champ, when he was being introduced in the ring, when he starts shaking the title, like whipping it around. That
Yeah,
she should do
no,
that.
she doesn't like that one.
You can
She
still do the
does
taunt.
really want. She has been trying to figure out a way to just like have so she can.
Which one?
Well, Seth Rollins'
Oh yeah.
entrance,
Yeah,
but I
yeah, yeah.
told her to do Penta's walk.
Oh yes, do the
It-
penta stroll. Do the penta stroll. Absolutely.
It would be so funny.
couple of fucking
Some of these-
nerds.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Fucking.
This is how we raise them.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, it's the only way that I know that time is passing. I've realized this over the past year. The only way that I know time is passing is my friends' kids getting older. Like that's otherwise I'm like, oh, I'm this age. I'm not old at all. I'm not aging. I'm not aging. Every time is standing still. And then I'm like, wait, I'm sorry. You just graduated from PA school. I remember when I changed your fuck off.
I remember when Amy was special guest host of the Crusaders, and there was little Sarah. There, the little one was there.
Hey, they were
Yeah.
both small. They
Yeah,
were
they
short.
both
I remember
very
when my
small.
fingernails were really short. And
They
I-
still are.
I'm like, I'm just like, that's how I can tell time is passing.
with his crown to the side, just looking at.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So that's it for me. Josh, how you doing?
Hey, Josh, how you doing? Great. Now over to Tom.
Back to you, Tom. No, I'm doing okay. I am embracing the idea of the Spider-Man quote, trying to do better. I am trying to
All
do
you can
better. Life has been challenging, emotionally, spiritually, creatively. Some stuff is in the is coming
Afoot
down
at the Circle K.
strange, cool things are afoot at the Circle K within the Nerd-On world. I've got some really cool news over the past couple of
For you, Steve.
days that of developing something and some casting decisions, not decisions, but just like, hey, do you want to do this thing? You're not going to get paid. You do. Holy shit.
For you,
Okay,
Steve.
cool. So, I'm trying to remind myself to be not like positive all the time, but like I'm just trying to remind myself to it's okay. Just because I was telling Tom in the green room, there are some pretty dark thoughts that roam around in my head, and sometimes I have to ride the wave and realize that they're not real and allow the light in, and because some other shit could happen and I'm not okay with that. So that sounded really dark. Back to you, Tom.
If you're gonna
okay, Bob.
be Tom circa 2022 going into therapy saying Tobey Maguire, try and do
Listen,
better.
man, I've already been
Try
to
to do better.
therapy, and here's the thing: just because you go to therapy doesn't mean you're good all the time. It just means
No,
like, hey,
no, no.
now you have
Well,
tools.
I'm adding on to it. I'm going to add on to it again. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, trying to be better. Then I'm going to say, I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us
A
honest,
hero
gives
is
us
there.
strength,
I was waiting for
makes
somebody
us
to do it.
noble, gives us ability to allow us to die with pride, and sometimes
Cue the
we have to be
Nickelback.
steady.
That
That is not in that movie, you ass hats.
Oh yeah.
No, but that it doesn't
That's the
matter.
one. Dashboard confessional and
Swear I knew it all along.
Amy. Do you know the other one?
Sorry, I'm distracted by
Sorry, I love that song.
You know the other song in that movie by the other big band.
Creed?
Nickelback, Creed.
No.
With
Three Doors
arms
Down.
wide open.
No.
Yeah.
And the third one?
No.
And the third one or the second
Second
one?
one. You fuck.
Dashboard's the one I always go to.
Yeah, that is the one at the end of the credits.
Yeah.
And right after that, Train, Ordinary.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right.
I always with Dashboard's always when I think of.
Because
Yeah, because
Dashboard's
it was
before them.
the big one. It was, and Nickelback was the big one for the first one.
I use that
And
GIF
that's
when I'm
why
right about
every
something.
single Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie will be better than any of the Tom Holland ones forever.
Yeah, different episode.
What's the song? What's the song at the end of Homecoming? None. What's the song at the end of Far Away From? None. What's the song at the end of Far From Home? None. You know the song in Spider-Verse.
Now we're saying that the
Sunflower.
value of a movie depends on the pop song that's in it. Is that what we're doing?
You finally get it?
Professionals because of Spider-Man 2?
No pop
I
song.
don't know, Steve's. How much do you want to be in the industry? You gonna listen to the guy with the crown or the guy with the frown over there?
You're right. I forgot that top pop song.
It doesn't matter what you forgot, Steve.
The top song in Oppenheimer was so good.
What was it?
Was it?
Exactly. There wasn't a pop song in Oppenheimer.
Which one? Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, you're on top 20 Sirius XM.
What's the song you remember from No Way Home? Nothing. What's the song you remember from Homecoming? Nothing.
And play the score.
No iconic music. Fuck out of here.
Get the
Wait, was No Way Home? No Way Home was the Europe trip.
No, that's the
exactly. There's a problem.
I can't get the homes correct.
No Way Home is the
whether it's a soundtrack or a score. If it doesn't have an iconic sound to it,
so
fuck
much
that movie.
bullshit. What's the Batman Begins pop song?
That's
not a pop song.
I said an iconic song. What is the iconic song from fucking No Way Home? There isn't one. What's the iconic song from Battinson?
Thank you. Somebody got blitzkrieg.
What's the song? What does it sound like? What does it sound like?
I don't remember, but it's
what
there.
does it sound like? What does Jurassic Park sound like, everybody? What does Indiana Jones sound like, everybody? What does Star Wars sound like, everybody?
Nope.
What does Law and Order sound like, everybody?
Nope.
Hey, I would like to acknowledge Brad in the chat reminded us at the end of Homecoming it was the Blitzkrieg Bop.
Reminding us because Mr. Steve's your legal defense is failing,
and
you had a key witness in the wings.
Spider-Man theme.
Hey Josh, do we still get 2 Christmases? Mom and Dad are fighting. Do we get 2 Easters too? Double the bunny rabbit.
See that? It's okay. That's it.
Wow.
No, I see it as clearly as you see any iconic songs from those movies.
This is bullshit. This is like
it's okay, Steve. You could be wrong. It's okay. Hey, look,
plot to invade Iraq bullshit. Right? That's what this is.
It's okay, Steve. It's okay, Steve. It's fine.
How are these?
So many lies on this.
I can see why they got a divorce now. It totally makes sense.
So many.
We're doing great, Josh. Josh, we're doing so good right now. I can't handle it.
Yeah,
I wonder if
there it is. Oh, it's in the chat now.
What do you say, Tom? What do you say? How are you doing? How are you doing?
I mean, again, I'm hanging here, one of the chosen few, to see upon the rest of the land as they cry that their favorite spiders don't have iconic sounds to them, and or any other movies.
Nerd
on. It's so tilted, that it doesn't have. They can't say what the movie sounds like.
So there's violence. There's violence in the chat.
Oh, what's the iconic song in Man of Steel?
Boom, boom. What does Spider-Man Far From Home sound like?
What does Spider-Man sound like?
Spider-Man theme. They use the Spider-Man.
That's
SWIP.
Don't tell me
it doesn't work. Don't tell me
it doesn't work.
Yes,
is it? Okay.
Go check it. Opening credits of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Just want to make sure it is. I just want to make sure it is in there, Steve's. What's the Iron Man sound?
It's AC/DC.
Black and black.
He doesn't have a theme.
Yeah, he does. He has an Iron Man 3.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. If he does, you can have it. Just make sure you know what it is.
I'm just saying.
What did I do in my life? Shook some hands with Harrison Ford.
Became an asshole.
Oh, that got so excited for you. That was nice.
Shook some hands with Josh's favorite guy, Jason Segels.
Yeah,
he
gets me.
And then we both said, like, isn't it fucking weird that Spider-Man Far From Home doesn't?
Oh my god!
And they're like,
and that's why Tom can't wear a crown.
But no. What else has been going on in the fucking world?
Whoa! Let's not go world. I just like.
Yeah,
you.
That's too much.
Let's just you.
But he is his world.
That's true.
I watched Final Destination. What else did I fucking
Bloodlines?
watch? Bloodlines. I watched the Bloodlines. I watched some Pluto. I watched some Steve's. It's okay. I could
Pluto
go to the
TV
movies.
or Pluto the dog?
Pluto the anime series.
Okay.
It's based off of Astro Boy. I mentioned it I think last
That's
time on the update.
right.
I saw Sinners in 70mm IMAX
that's
because
cool.
when they brought it back in the theaters. I saw the movie based on Steve's defense of Marvel movies called Unhinged, starring Russell Crowe.
Oh my god.
Have anyone seen that? Steve, you know what I'm talking about.
I've seen it.
Okay, it's
Actually,
a movie.
I got to mix the trailer for
road
it.
race.
Yeah.
Did you mix
Really?
it?
Yeah, I mixed the trailer for it.
It's based off Road Rage, and it's like when you watch it, you're like, the way they edited it and made the trailer, it's like it seems so intense, but you're like, on paper, this sounds so stupid. It's just like, in a time where everyone's getting mad and people are pissed, it's like fucking watch on the road.
We already saw
And-
Changing Lanes.
Good job, Josh.
This man is mad.
Good job. I
But,
think that just says Josh is really good at his job, because if you're like, yeah, I'm here for this on that trailer, you got to Steve's, Josh.
This man is
Especially when you're
mad.
Tom.
Real mad.
How mad? So
mad. He's unhinged.
This is reminding me of the Robin Hood song in Shrek when they first meet Robin Hood.
Real bad, real bad.
But I saw that. It's prepping for some shoots coming up. Meeting some people in the Burbank Chamber of Commerce and city officials and government and police commissioners and stuff. So that's been interesting. Also, I think I get a little chub every time Steve's has to type everything in mad capital letters.
Caps lock.
And what else is going on? I guess that's mainly it. But we have some news today. We should get into news because we've been bickering so long.
If I didn't react, it wouldn't be entertaining.
Steve, how about you give us some news? How about not in caps lock, please, but give us some news.
This just in. Tom's still an asshole. Anyway, Revival's coming to SYFY. The Tim Seeley adaptation, the channel that changed itself from SCIFI to SYFY. They are the home for the series adaptation of Tim Seeley's graphic novel.
Oh,
close. Tim Seeley's graphic novel Revival. That comes out June 12th, and there was an article released by SYFY itself, talking to co-creators Luke Boyce and Aaron B. Kuntz, talking about how the original idea for the series was going to be a film. It was actually Luke Boyce and Tim Seeley who had been talking about it during the pandemic. Luke had come across the graphic novels because him and Tim had worked on a horror short, and he wanted to adapt it into a film. And he got Luke Boyce had talked to his friend Aaron B. Kuntz, who has some horror movies under his belt. And the more he read the comic series, the more he felt it'd be better if this was a series, given how many characters are in the comic and how each character plays a part in the overall story. So they eventually decided, let's make it a series instead of a film. And therefore, as of June 12th, we will at least get one season of the Tim Seeley graphic novel Revival as a series, which I'm very excited for. I loved the comic series. I didn't finish it, but I got pretty far through it. Enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see how they bring it to TV. It is quite a large cast, including, I always got to make it come back to wrestling, Mr. Phil Brooks himself, CM Punk, is a character in said series. So
there you go.
What's the series about?
So in this small town, one fateful night, the dead come back to life. And a detective, her sister, is one of the people who come back to life. So it's this small town trying to figure out how this is happening, how to live with now the dead being undead. It's got the it's up, I don't know if it's Wisconsin or Minnesota. I can't remember which one, but it's snow-filled, it's cold, it's very noir-esque given the theme to it. And yeah, that's kind of where we go with it from there.
One season.
Well, they just filmed the first season, so
probably 12 issues.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, I of course am cheering because it's a Tim Seeley graphic novel, and you guys already know. So I'm hoping it succeeds. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on if SYFY succeeds.
Yes, correct.
If SYFY is sucking, then
big time.
nobody watching that show.
So Here's open. June 12th is the premiere for Revival.
So is this going to be broadcast linear television, or is it going to be on a stream?
As far as I know, it's linear television.
I have.
I hope it's got a good time slot.
No.
Yeah.
I'll keep it to myself.
But I had questions when you said I have a.
Grumpy old man hot take recently where I've just been like, I'm so tired of like TV shows. Can you just make a fucking movie? Can you just make a movie?
And
just
you got
like,
a point.
I'm
You got a
just
point.
like, guys, I don't just fucking make a movie.
I think
please.
though the problem is with graphic novels, there's so many characters in it. That if you do a film, you're cutting a lot out, and you might accidentally cut the heart.
I think I'm just
out.
There's just like
I get what you
TV
mean.
show, and you're like,
I get what you mean. There's a lot of time to devote when it's a TV show. I get it. I know.
Sometimes I'll see a trailer for a show, and I'm like, does that have to be a series?
Does that have to be a show?
Does
Just
it
make it a
have to?
movie?
And then it's like, how does that concept go beyond one seed? Like what?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Amy,
Yes, Tom.
Yes.
let's style on these fools. How about I go even older man on you? I'm Alan Moore. The medium at which it was made should stay the way it was. Fuck movies and TV show adaptations. I don't know what did I do?
Nothing shall ever touch my stuff.
It's highly derivative and loses the meaning if it changes mediums.
No, Josh has the wizard hat behind him.
But Amy, am I wrong? That is so Alan Moore shit. You want to talk about old man shit? That's the shit right there.
That is.
And like I high key agree. Although I fucking love adaptations, I fucking love all the fucking things. But I'm just like, it makes sense. I get it. Sometimes a book should just be a fucking book. Sometimes a show should be a show. I don't need the fucking visual version of it or the novelization of it. But also, some people love novelizations of like fucking some movies,
like this one.
Some.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not all.
Let this
We'll
go.
find out when it comes through. That's the
Please.
only way we'll know.
Please.
Does it help you, Steve? Does it make your bills like less expensive?
It could help me given how much time and effort I put into another Tim Seeley project, and
Does
maybe if one succeeds, they might want more of his works, and I could at least
This
put
is
something
his
out
notice
there.
me senpai moment.
Please, Tom, don't be an asshole for one segment.
Told you.
One segment, Kohai, senpai, whichever one you are. I forget now. Are you Sean Connery or am I Sean Connery?
The filmic.
The filmic.
All right, Amy.
Yes.
You got some news?
Yeah, I found a twofer. I'm gonna start off with the one that I was surprised to find out about, and the one that I am championing. So at Sundance there was a horror movie that was screened. It was called Together, starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, they've been hit with a they've been hit with a lawsuit. Yeah, because they had a bidding war at Sundance. Apparently, it sold for $17 million. It's slated to be released August 1st. I saw a trailer. Looks interesting. Brief kind of thing is this couple has a one-night stand. They physically get stuck together. Like literally. They just get stuck together.
Wait, what movie is this called?
Together.
It's got the eyelashes in the trailer.
It's got some Ghost in Shell. No, Iron Flux. Sorry. My bad.
Yep.
I had them side by side in my brain, and I was like, wait, wrong one. Move over. So what ended up happening was two of the producers from an independent film that came out in 2023, pardon me for not saying 2023, they had heard whispers of this film coming out for Sundance. They went to go see it, and accordingly, they sat there gobsmacked because, no joke, there were verbatim, there was line for line, there were scenes that were identical to the independent film that they had already created. But here is the kicker. In 2020, they sent a script and a summary of the film. It's called Better Half, their independent film, to Alison Brie and Dave Franco's agent.
No.
And
fucking whoops.
And the agent said, no, we're going to pass on this. And then suddenly they did it. But here, my favorite part is that there's literally the ending of Together is the same exact one for Better Half. Verbatim, shot for shot.
No. This is like an episode of The Studio or Entourage. Either one.
I think I might actually have like interacted with them maybe because I think they posted about it and like I talked about it with them and like again online interaction is a dime a dozen but like it's happening. That's actually happening a lot more flagrantly as unfortunately. I will share with our group at some point some stuff that I saw, like someone posting about like how someone else plagiarized someone else's exact stuff, and it's just like aren't even like hiding it, and it's like pretty bad.
Now, a question. We have the WGA registration. We have Library of Congress. Why would you go about doing that, knowing that they can prove when their screenplay was written, when their film was made, and show that you just copied what we did? Why would this agent go about that? If it's the agent who did it,
I can tell you why.
Tell me.
Even if there is legal systems and government systems, and it's something that I'm seeing within the industry as a whole, and I'm not trying to villainize anybody, but when you get to a certain level of commercial success, you think that you can
you're too powerful. You're
untouchable.
Untouchable, not in that way, but it's like you can fight your way through it. You can negotiate your own leverage, your own contracts, your own legal things, and oftentimes people forget and that there are other people will have power too. Anyway, that's that's my viewpoint of it, and me seeing it in other realms of our industry, of the entertainment industry, where I'm like, you think that you're more powerful.
You're so slick.
You're interesting.
So in this case, if they can prove that it was what do they get added on as producers, or do they get paid off, or
they'll probably get paid off because technically distribution's already happening on August 1st. It's going to be
contracts were already written.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those, here's your money, get out of our hair type of thing. And then they'll both kind of live in,
and they'll have to sign some NDAs, and they probably can't talk about it anymore.
Probably.
Yep.
Or if these independent writer or these independent filmmakers have the powerful enough legal, they could be like, we'll ride this so that you don't make shit for this movie.
From the creators of that thing that got stolen.
Yeah. And I don't know, like the fucked up thing is that I don't know. It's one of those things that it could be slid under the rug, and then we don't hear about, we'll forget about it in 2 months, and then no one gives a shit.
Yeah, exactly. But in things that hopefully no one will forget in the next 2 months, I am championing. I cannot say championing. Championing. Thank you. Words.
I got you.
Ushering.
Tom is a thesaurus up. Ushering?
No. I want to be a champion because I love Pixar, and a movie that literally has been, no pun intended, flying under the radar, coming out June 20th is Elio. Now, the reason I am championing, promoting, I'm behind this sucker, is because even though Disney has slapped its name on literally everything Pixar has done, the only thing that literally, it's a thwack everywhere. The only 2 movies that have come out of Disney Animation Studios, Walt Disney Pictures, truly has been Wish and Moana 2. So that is one for 2023 and one for 2024. Between all that, we had Soul, Turning Red, Luca, Inside Out 2, Elemental, and then prior to Elemental, there was Strange World. Okay, so here's the thing. Elio's coming out June 20th. The directors are one Adrian Molina, who worked on Coco, Domi Shi, who was Turning Red, and then
and they did Bow.
Yes. And Madeline Sharafina, I think it's Sharafina. She did Burrow. So she was the short for Burrow. They've all been on the creative team for a really long time.
Nice.
There has been good murmuring whispers about this, but again, when it's a Pixar film, Disney goes, no, it doesn't exist. Hush, hush, shush, shush, squish, squish. Like, they like to put things as far down into the void of let's not market this unless it's something that they physically have hands on. Needless to say, I'm really excited for this film. The live action Lilo and Stitch does not count as animated for me, even with your CGI Stitch. Sorry, homies. And I really want to see this movie succeed, not only because we have such amazing people at the helm, but honestly, like you've got two female directors and a male director, and Coco, for crying out sakes, Coco. Like if the one, literally for crying out sakes. Come on, Josh, you know you
For
want to laugh.
crying
It's
out sakes, everybody.
sakes, for crying out sakes.
That agent should suck my balls.
That guy should lick it like a salt lick or something.
Licking, sucking.
Shake a Polaroid like a picture.
Kid who first figures oh, I'm at a sleepover. I could say whatever I want.
So really, when it comes down to it, Disney, as much as I love Disney animation, they have sucked in everything that they can, much like the greedy corporate amoeba that they are, to take anything beautiful that they cannot control and slap their name on it. Because no joke, they have done literally Wish, which was a trash fire, Moana 2, don't you dare. It was problematic. And then they got Zootopia 2 coming out at the end of this year. So they're doing a one a year. Meanwhile, things like Win or Lose, which was a short form series, but it was done by Pixar the whole way through, like on Disney Plus. I cannot recommend it enough. It's so good. Pixar keeps pumping out really amazing things. They are doing everything that they can to just keep their identity, but also build and support new creators. And I freaking love the team at Pixar. So it's not Disney Pixar, it's Pixar. Yeah, no joke.
Who?
Pixar.
They credit a lot of their success for being not Disney. You know? And Pete Docter, who did Inside Out, is running the whole shebang. So
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see. But I am going to be a butt in that seat to support the team at Pixar, much like I was for Win or Lose. Which, if nobody's seen that dang series, I don't care. You should watch it because it's great. Like, it is great.
You brought up Lilo and Stitch, and I've been seeing a lot of back and forth on Instagram between fans who don't like the changes made to the story and Polynesian accounts who are like, well, you can like the cartoon all you want. There's way more Polynesian representation in this new one than there was in that one. So it's like this. There's a whole song. Someone uses the Hawaiian roller coaster ride, saying, how many now? None then.
Guys, if you're not progressive enough, you're the enemy. If you're not left enough, you're the enemy.
Yeah.
Well, now, and the other thing that you're coming into as well, if you want to talk about Lilo and Stitch, because yes, I did see it, is the fact that there were changes in the live action that nobody liked versus the original, and they feel that they're slighted and everything. And it's a little, and this is the hot take. Will always be my take. A live action remake is not necessary.
No.
If you were doing, and here was the juxtaposition: Cinderella. When we had Brandy Cinderella, that's a different Cinderella. That's our Broadway Cinderella.
Like, you needed to correct that. You needed an Asian prince born from a black woman and Jason Alexander.
No, Victor Garber. It wasn't Jason Alexander.
Yeah, you're right. Every time I think it's that guy.
No,
yes.
George Costanza.
There's the true controversy. George Costanza. There.
By the way.
But really, it's not necessary. The live action remakes, unless you're trying to like figure out an IP problem, it wasn't necessary. The changes in the story are changes from somebody else who grew up watching the original, and I will leave it to everybody else to go either see it or see it. Wink, 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 wink. Find out however you need to do that, and make your own decisions. Because I saw it. Yeah. Go Elio. June 20th.
Dead air.
Yes. Yes, Victor, yes.
Josh?
Josh is
Hey, Josh.
favorite.
How are you doing?
Josh, can you juggle now?
I feel like...
Can we have a juggle break?
I feel like this week, like every week, I need to be like, this week on What the Fuck Did AI Do This Week? We're going to talk AI again.
Our people can talk now.
So... BBC reported on this, so shout out to them. But and also the voice actor that's going through this, because it's such a... I'm going to try to say their name. It's a Scottish name. I believe it is Guyane Potter.
Jesus, Steve.
A couple of years ago, they did some work for a company called Reed Speaker. And they were under the impression that it was going to be for things like accessibility, e-learning software, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they forgot about it. They just forgot about it, and they went about their lives. And then somebody sent them a link. They were like, hey, have you seen this? And come to find out that this company had an AI model of her voice on their website, and then and so now she had been fighting that company for a long time, and then a company called ScotRail has instituted this woman's voice, or the model that is this person's voice. It is the character that they're calling this voice is Iona. And she is now the voice of the rail system in this area. And
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so they have an AI announcer for the rail system, and she found this out, and she started crying because, well, A, it's happening. B, she didn't give consent. C, people are now starting to like criticize it because AI is gross. And so people that are like, riding the rail, they're like, they even had one of those like on the street people like being like, hey, what do you think of this? And people are just like shitting on it. And it's like, but that's her voice. That's her voice. And it's like, and it's one of the things that it brings up the big thing that, a couple of big things actually. Worldwide, likeness and vocal, like your voice, are not protected. And that needs to change. But it also, like, consent. She didn't give consent. And which is a whole nother thing that I could go on a whole fucking monologue about, because this current strike, people think consent is a big deal. And it's like, well, you might as well just not work, because if you say no, that means that you don't get the fucking job. Anyway, so consent. She didn't give consent for this to happen, and they're like she's been in a legal battle with them for years, and it's just shout out to her because
why are we just hearing about it now then?
What do you mean? Oh no, this was like well, because the rail thing happened, the ScotRail thing happened just recently.
Got it.
It's probably been in the news in some way, but it's just like somebody getting fucked by AI is not new. Especially in the artistry world. I mean, the past like 4 or 5 years, it's artists that are suing companies. It's across the board, and it's just like there aren't enough protections in place. And corporations, some people are like, you should trust them. Obviously, don't know how corporations work, and they will fuck you in any way that they can.
All the ways they want to.
But yeah, so Tom, what's your news?
I wanted to say one of my favorite things on Threads is watching Tom and also director Stephen Ford go off on these stupid ass AI accounts saying, look how great this AI is. And it's always either Tom or Stephen Ford saying, you're a fucking idiot. You suck. it's so fucking great. I love it.
I just say it's slop shit, block and move on.
Yes. You and Stephen Ford have great lines you deliver to the AI accounts.
And it seems you probably also see all the other fucking fun things about fandoms. Why?
I see you go through it.
And I'm just like, why? Like,
I don't chime in because you have it handled. So I just sit there.
But it's I'm just like, I didn't say anything, and then people come to me like, well, fuck this, and I was like, I guys. Your thing is that you're supposed to love this, and all I hear is how you hate this. Like, that's crazy. And that's the thing that bewilders me. And then also, again, it's one of those like, hey, everyone, I'm gonna pull the veil back. I talk on the internet sometimes, and this is it. I'm just like, there's one person that posted a Man of Steel clip and said, "What is your favorite scene from the movie Man of Steel?" And then I quoted that and said, I was like, it's crazy to see so many people comment or talk how much they hate this movie, and their bios say comic book lover, DC lover, Marvel lover. And I'm like, it's just crazy. I would love it to see if more people who loved their thing talked more about that thing.
Yep.
And then all these people, some blue check marks too, are just like, fucking this is stupid, and Snyder's stupid, and people who like that is stupid. I'm like,
I'm a whiny baby.
You guys are failing fantastically at what I just said.
Josh, one of the accounts is talking about how great VO3 is. And it is filmmaker Stephen Ford saying, life must be so nice when you're that fucking stupid. I was like,
be very
so
nice.
fucking
Like-
untalented, just
like-
so uncreative. You have to
It's
create
the meme.
systems so that
They
you
changed
don't
that
have to
meme.
work.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Sorry, I wanted to share how Tom.
It's
and
artists
Steven-
first, and then when it
doing
comes
great.
for other people's jobs, they're gonna be like, oh, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, look, I could fucking do
It's-
accounting jobs. Look
it's
at that. Look,
the-
I don't need a legal team.
It's the
How
quote of
can't
they
wait.
came for the socialists and I did nothing. They
It's
came.
like, hey,
through
look,
and
I
they-
don't need
it's that
journalists
quote.
anymore. I could have AI be my own website journalism.
Literally, we'll have that talk off.
There's been movies teaching us
there.
not to do
TBD.
this.
And it's like, hey, look, I could be my AI Yelp reviewer asshole because that's all I do is sit behind a computer and fucking complain about shit.
Sarah Connor.
Anyways, for me, my news. Hey guys, I
Hey.
play a game called Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, you did.
And Bad Reprint in the chat, we play together quite often.
On occasion, you do.
A week ago or 2 weeks ago, they did a 10 or 9 year anniversary surprise thing, whatever, at PAX, and they did a little panel. They're like, hey, this is our like year, what we're trying to do. See, big old companies, take note. Don't give me no 5-year plans. Don't give me no 10-year plans. 1-year plan. All I need. That's I'm excited what I could do with my measly annual salary versus, oh, everything that I do now and watch this year doesn't fucking matter till I get to the fucking 2029 and a fucking combination movie and it's gonna sell fucking, just dildo-y ass popcorn bugs. Okay.
Wait, what? There is?
Anyways, Dead by Daylight, they said,
Let me live.
they're like, hey, our new killer we're gonna come out with is from Five Nights at Freddy's, Springtrap, and Matthew Lillard will be reprising his role from the movie to voice the character, which is cool. And they showed a little like presentation of him doing that shit.
We stand.
And
We love Matthew.
pretty much the news I'm talking about today is that like now Springtrap is coming. The developers were saying like, oh man, like dream killers they would like to add to it. Steve has saw Michael Myers and you have Freddy Krueger, you have Ghostface, you have all these iconic people. But they were saying like, oh, I've been on the team for 3 years. I want to get the Thing or Cujo in there. And this is like, if I can get all the John Carpenter killer things in there, I'm like, that'd be fucking crazy.
Yes.
And the thing is like, as a gamer, part of it, I'm like, I wonder how the fuck they do that shit. And like, I don't know how John Carpenter is with his things or his rights of things, or even how the studios go about it. But it's like, Dead by Daylight has done a pretty bang up job of like getting licenses of like, we have Alien, we have blah blah. It's like they don't have Predator, which I'm just like, if you made Predator, it'd be just GG.
Ooh.
Like I don't know. Too hard. It's too hard. He is a hunter. He's meant to kill you. Like versus aliens. Like there's one, he's creeper crawling.
Still though, seeing him appear on screen would be fucking awesome.
But what if it was Predator in his pink jumpsuit?
He has a pink jumpsuit?
Steve's got my joke. In the original Predator, they had put him in a pink suit.
Yeah.
It is so it's literally
so ridiculous now when you see it. Yeah.
If you type in Predator pink jumpsuit, you just see like girls in rompers.
No,
what's that even?
But behind the scenes, Predator pink, it's pink suit.
Pink suit.
That's
All right.
so
Anyways,
ridiculous.
but that's all the news I got is that the developers for Dead by Daylight want to put in the Thing. Springtrap comes out soon. This pink jumpsuit is kind of funny that I think I found.
He looks like a little crab.
That would be cool if I was like one of the skins, actually. Because they're pretty good about that. There's like you could do xenomorph and you could do like the protomorph, you could do like the alien hybrid and all that stuff. And
Tom,
you do the queen.
That clip of you playing when you scream as Michael Myers comes around the corner, it was just below my level of joy from watching Amy watch Halloween for the first time. That's how much I enjoyed that.
Which is just a little bit below of first time seeing Laurie Strode scream when she sees Michael Myers.
Yes.
I mean, I was clutching a pillow for dear life, and I was having baby panic attacks, and then it would come back on and my anxiety would go straight up, and Steve's is just
So yeah, exactly. And then hearing Tom scream was like, There he is.
And Brad says, "Was it cinematic?" I was like, "It was so cinematic."
As he's trying to run.
It's so good. And oh man, Steve, you should play the game.
The game looks amazing. I love that clip. Yep. I know.
All right,
Amy,
everybody,
you
the
should
next
play the
part of the
game.
show, we only got 10
Hey,
minutes.
Josh is here.
We
Thank
are
you,
gonna
Josh.
answer questions from you, the people. And if you
Are
want
we,
to
though?
if you want to submit your questions, you join the Discord, nerdon.tv/Discord. There are channels to
Join the
submit
Cord.
them. But what you should really do is you should join the Nerd On Nation, powered by Patreon, nerdon.tv/Patreon. And you can submit questions like B-Rad submitted today, BT Dub, through the Discord, the Patreon Discord. Blah, 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 blah. Congratulations. You've been selected as tribute for this year's Hunger Games. What's your weapon of choice? And more importantly, what's your strategy to become a fan favorite to get sponsors?
Okay, so the best part is I was in the Discord after this came through, and my gremlin brain immediately went to go answer it, and so I was like, wait, that's content. I should bring it back. So I have this one already planned. It sounds really, really dumb, but I need a crossbow, but I need cutlery as my as
Hell
what to use, because first off, I need to be at a distance. I'm not one of those let's close be friends killer type of people. I am, in all sense of the word, the farther away I am, it's a little bit safer for me mentally. But literally, could you imagine I end somebody with a spoon from like 50 yards up in a tree and I just nail them straight through the temple? Thunk.
Fuck yeah.
And also sponsors would be like, oh, if she can do that with the cutlery, what can she do in the kitchen? I'll be like, ho ho, I could do a lot. Just like that.
Oh,
She spoon-fed them. They're dead.
That was terrible.
They're just
Bum,
desserts.
bum.
They're just desserts.
Revenge is best served cold.
Bum, bum, bum.
she's Alan Rickman in Robin Hood.
I'm
Travis
President
Hunter with his food on a
Cocaine. I mean,
handful.
snow.
Spoon. I just slobbered because he slobbered in that movie when he,
Yeah.
with a spoon.
With a handful.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's totally outlandish. So hello. Hello, me.
Josh,
I'm thinking about it. Go.
Steve.
Mine was too good. I know. It's okay.
Well, he dies.
For the culture, I would use
His body.
these.
Shillelagh. And then there's
What are you doing? You're doing a haka? The Hobbs and Shaw scene. That'd be me. No. I would use forcados, the weapons that were formerly used in
Forks?
bullfights. There are these sticks with spears at the end, and that'd be my weapon
That's
of
a
choice.
spear.
Well, but they're called forcados because they're decorated with like frills and different colors on them with a spear on the end.
So I can see you and shoot you with
Forcado.
Exactly. I'm flamboyant.
Portugal.
I want to be up close when I spear him. No longer using this on bulls, but using this on humans. And
those. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then I turn to the camera and say, "Games, I am the Hunger Game."
And then he
walk
shot
away.
by me.
I don't care if I win. I just want to get I want to get the line
And she
out.
says,
That's all.
I just took a bite out of crime.
Yeah. I'm taking what Adrian Grenier said in the Queens Boulevard movie and Entourage and Triple H and put the lines together, basically.
My favorite part would just be like, I was like, okay, that's another one down. Who's hungry?
What if I was hoping we'd team up, but whatever.
You
Hey,
guys don't seem to understand. You're not locked in. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Fuck. Spoon to the forehead. Just
Hey, I can always retrieve my cutlery too, so that's the best
and
part.
he just walks up to his body and just pulls it out of his, and then just like, "Zoom."
Good. Yummy.
Got all my nutrients. Who's next? And it's just look.
The thing is, it's sharpened plastic. It's not even silver.
Spork. Fucking spork.
See, that's the one too where you get those. I just like Jim look back at the camera and be like, well, that's another one out. I'm tired.
It's the element of surprise. Fuck. What?
Gosh.
It's okay. It's such a good thing. Everybody can riff on it.
God, I don't know, man.
Hey, even that unicycle could do some damage.
I don't wanna know
Juggling
what this-
grenades, like just.
Oh god, Amy has
fucking-
tongs too.
Yeah, you get it.
That
This
would keep
guy
me in a
fucking.
tree.
This guy gets it. I'm so not. He's a pacifist, man. He's very fragile.
We could team up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
probably-
okay,
I would
great.
either.
No,
hey,
he gets it all.
I would either hide and figure out my strategy throughout the games, or team up with somebody.
That's
Yeah.
not okay.
They'd find us because the Steves would laugh at me too much.
Yeah.
She threw a fucking spoon. Look at this.
See?
Look at that thing go.
Ow!
It's working, and I can't believe it. Look at it.
See, it's the element of surprise. They get whacked in the head with a spork, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then I walk up to them with a knife and go, "That's what the fuck," and then stab
She
them.
has. She has
This
knives.
is the best team up yet.
But she's throwing
I'm here for
spoons.
this.
It's great.
We saved the knives. We
No,
saved
I'm
the men.
it's me and the game's commenting on how ridiculous that it's
You're
working.
just looking at the camera.
Look how this is working. I don't get it.
For some reason, it's
I would
reminding me
try-
of basketball, where it's like, "Feel my nipples." You're surprised. Feel my nipples.
Tom, what about you? What's your weapon?
I think I would try to use. Is that the right? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you looked up something. Oh Lord.
Well, I was thinking, I was like, what? Like, it was kind of based off of Jet Li's character from Lethal Weapon 4. But like a Garrett or like Razor Floss.
the beads.
So it's like,
yeah.
but it's no, I want like really long spools of just
Uh-huh.
long, deadly, thin rope,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like, people are running for their lives, and it's just already there, and they just fucking like, behead themselves or like wound themselves. Also, you could use it to like, tie yourself up to anything if you need to like sleep in the trees, or if you're like, putting up little like traps and stuff like that. But also like it could be used just to like strangle people, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm like, and for me, as Steve's already knows it, I'd probably just go full heal and just be like,
Yeah.
You
it's not
would.
personal. If you
Yeah.
die, you die. Like, I
Yeah,
don't.
that's how I know I
I'm
can't
s-
team up with Tom. I'd be like, listen, respect. I know you're gonna kill me probably. I'm like, give me like 4 nights, and
But
then if you find me, we'll talk.
in the same vein though, and like I'd probably be like kind of like a PETA, where I'm just like, I'm gonna hide. If you die, you die. Like it's not because I went to go kill you, but it's more like you came and I had all this
Really
shit.
came
Like
for you.
like there's
I'm-
just a web of razor wire everywhere that I'm like, you can try to get through it, I guess. But if you
I'm-
got to me, it's like, all right, I better strangle your ass.
I want to combine Amy's spoon throwing with Honey Bear saying about having Heelys in the arena. I can see her
But
throwing the
that's
spoon
thing,
and then
like, but that's.
you
You're
imagine
fucking in the
seeing her-
jungle. You're fucked.
But it'd be
Exactly.
hilarious to see her land the spoon and be like, later. Sponsored by Heelys.
I mean,
Uh,
some of those arenas. The one that was, what was it? They said one year was in the sewers or something. It was like the cityscape with the rubble. That's the one that you're like, the Heelys could get only so far, but still you'd be like, I could scoot away a lot faster than some of these people.
Flickerman just like looking at the camera, like, what the fuck?
Is she on Heelys? And they're paying her too.
And she's got a scythe.
but the sponsors I try to go for are probably fishermen. You know what I mean? With the fishing wires, I think that's it's like, hey,
They'd look at you and be like, we like this kid. Let's get him
It's
some
like, yeah,
fish.
he understands. He knows how to tie a knot. I'm
I
like,
went right to
"Yeah,
Gordon's Fisherman, the frozen food.
That's your sponsors,
Just a
Gordon's
Gordon's
Fish.
Fisherman.
Or like I make like out of the bones of the deceased, I make like a little piano, or it's like, oh, the strings.
It's
You know
getting
what I'm
dark.
saying?
Dark. I like it.
Teeth is your keys. Teeth.
Next question.
Next question.
I mean, that was a really good one.
That was good.
Next question comes from Honey Bear.
Honey Bear.
What has been your favorite thing to cover on Nerd On?
What is what?
What is your favorite thing to cover on Nerd On? Like topic, that kind of thing.
What has been
What has
your
been?
favorite thing to cover?
Well,
Oh my God.
I have loved. There have been 2 loves in my life. No, just
Mm.
kidding.
Oh.
So really, first and foremost, I loved coming on when I guested for the Lore Olympus episode. It was the first time that I got to be with you guys, and it was so much fun. And that has been just absolutely fantastic. I've also really loved our movie club meetup. Every single time it's Our movie club meetup 2 is currently available in wherever podcasts are streaming. Please go ahead and take a listen. But we do
We're
sit
preparing
down.
for another one, and
We
that shit
are.
will be a doozy.
It's so good. I'm so excited. But it's been so much fun because I found things unexpectedly, and it's also an opportunity. It's very like a share and tell. Because I get to like learn more about you guys through your taste in movies. So Laura Olympus and Movie Club meetup.
Steve?
I don't know, copy Amy. Movie club meetup is fantastic, especially.
What about a Spanish-speaking Batman?
You mean Zorro?
Batman.
You mean
My
Zorro?
brain went to Buzz Lightyear when he got his switch turned on
for
for
the
a minute. I was
Batman
like,
that
wait.
can't speak Spanish. Alada?
Oh, yeah. Yes, that was memorable. The way you, Corey, and I just berated that moment. You're Batman. You know Spanish. Our Batman knows many languages. God, movie club meetup. Us going off on that. I don't know. My wrestling updates because I
It's
get
a
to vent.
constant.
Yeah. Also because seeing Amy evolve in her wrestling knowledge from pupil to
Thank you, Tom.
highly knowledgeable of
You're
the industry.
doing it, Peter. You're
Ins and
playing
outs
with us.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Thanks,
great.
Bedball.
It's great to have one more friend who knows the wrestle shit very well. So that's always been fun. Yes. Thank you, Amy, for backing me up on my wrestling news.
Yay!
I wish there was a
We
friend.
got
that
money
would
in the
back me up.
bank in like a week and a half.
I wish there'd be a friend that could back me up on, movies that need iconic songs. For me, favorite thing to cover. I like it when I don't know. I think I can get really into it. Honestly, I miss doing some anime stuff because anime to me is just so deep and it's so rich. And in the last update, I talked about just how I'm just so over a lot of Hollywood shit because it just kind of refuses to get into the really deep emotional stuff. But the just anime is Evangelion, My Hero, even Bakano. I mean, we could do solo leveling at some point. I'd be so down. I mean, honestly, I want to do Golden Boy because it's fucking 4 episodes. It's this super easy. And it's really good and it's heartfelt and it's stupid and it's pervy as shit. But he falls ass backwards into doing good shit for people. It seems you'd fucking love it. It's 4 episodes.
Which one's this one?
Golden Boy.
Okay.
I'll send you a clip and it's the most funny thing you'll ever see in your life. And you'd love it. It's better. It's the closest thing we'll get to a physical like what I think a Booster Gold should be.
Okay.
So I think I think I like the anime. I don't want more of that stuff. Josh, how about you?
The one I was thinking of was Afro Samurai, which I saw a reel about that one, about how pervy and action-packed that one is too.
That's
really Afro Samurai?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even that pervy. It's kind of sexy, but it's not.
I meant sexy.
More
My bad,
action.
sexy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
more action.
This is talking about this guy's I'm a temp. I'm a professional temp. I go work at new places, and he always works at places with hot girls. And then they'll be they'll grab something and they'll bend down and under the what's the low angle. He'd be like, ah! He's like, I could only imagine how beautiful it would be, but I can't look. So it's he's pervy, but he's trying to do good. So it's
less food wars, more earnesty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Josh,
Google guys.
I mean, I enjoy the movie meetup stuff. I like our kind of more. I like our open-ended or more think pieces. I like it when we bring a topic to the episode and just talk about it, not just we watched a movie and now we're going to talk about it, but just like a few years ago when we did the state of the video game industry. God, it would be totally different now. Just talking about stuff like that. I like those. I like those a lot. Yes. Op-ed kind of episodes. They're fun. Just, yeah. Next question. Next question comes from Spencer. Last question of the night. If you had to build a shelter out of an abnormal substance, what substance would you choose?
Abnormal subjective.
And substance is questionable because no, not the movie. It's Steve. Stop.
Has Steve's even watched it?
Yes.
I was thinking like
you don't watch movies that win awards.
I did. I watched them all before the Academy Awards.
You were thinking of what, Josh?
I was thinking blocks of Velveeta cheese.
Do you want to know the weird thing? I was thinking of something kind of runny, so I was like, marshmallow fluff is not going to work very well.
Kind of runny.
It would melt in the heat.
Exactly.
Listen, they said build a shelter out of an abnormal substance, and I understood the assignment.
He's
and
right.
you had it first from the jump too, which I'm very happy
right.
it's not me going first. Okay.
You could use the marshmallow cream as like the, like
the mortar.
As the mortar, yeah. It would taste disgusting together, but hey.
Is this a house for gingerbreads?
Why are they hanging out in cheese?
No, it's talking about the marshmallows. I was like,
no, see, here's the plan. If that was the plan, I would literally construct a gingerbread house because there are multiple substances of varying not only viscosity and usability, but also toughness. So like I would know, okay, if it rains, what am I going to need to fortify first? Versus like how long is it going to take to
walls?
Yeah, exactly.
Soggy
how
crackers.
many windows? How many windows are going to like? Am I building the outer wall of gingerbread or the inner wall of gingerbread? And if the outer wall isn't of gingerbread, is it lined with those peppermint dots because they're going to take a
like
while?
We're hungry. Do we need to stop the show?
I think it's what it is. Have that dinner.
Hey, you know what? We're just a bunch of nerds.
Hey,
hey. Okay, but Velveeta cheese for Josh. Questionable candy substances for me. Anybody else?
Sourdough bread.
That sounds delicious.
I think we just got to foodstuffs.
Just a big sourdough bread bowl. And if I'm hungry, hey.
The bodies of my enemies?
We knew that's how we're luring them in.
Just for a little bit. It would smell weird. And then once we were past that bit, it's like,
people would know where they're fucking at if they walked in my dead body corpse building.
And Tom would be inviting them in saying, this was Phil. Killed him 5 years ago. Quite a fight.
No.
This is Bill over here.
Tom wouldn't draw any sort of he would cook for everybody. He'd be like, nobody, you wouldn't ask questions about that. You're just like, no, we're just gonna go about our, nope.
I call the house.
He's making hot pot for us. Got it.
Corpse core.
I mean,
we are the corpse core.
It's not a house of umbrellas.
The house of 1,000 corpses.
I was thinking if in a food thing, I was like, what's sturdy? What's really good? Fucking fruit cake.
Oh yeah, is that a point?
Just bricks. Just giant bricks.
You'd have to let it dry out. But
holiday fruit cake. Yeah,
that's like cement.
That shit will last a storm, baby.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
At least a couple of or if all those fails were like the smell. It's Tom's house over there.
Tom place. There's a draft. The wind is blowing it up this way.
You're like, are you
with the fruit cake or the dead bodies?
Either one. It's a pick'em.
Should we bring Tom's house to the Christmas party?
I mean,
Tom's house. Huh?
You Velveeta cheese. What was yours and Steve's?
Sourdough bread.
Okay, I was gonna say Steve's and mine might be the only one that might float in a flood.
Oh yeah.
Dead bodies do float.
Yeah.
Wow.
Technically,
they might absorb the water and get bloated. Actually.
You just bring soup and you take pieces of the house apart and you dip it in the soup. We're good. Yeah, see?
We're just waiting until Steve's house gets wet. And he goes, no.
And you just get the shakes. Hey, guys. The cannibalistic shakes.
No. I didn't like this.
No, I don't like it.
I'm still trying to get the sponsorship from Hunger Games.
Yep, still. Just the Gordon's fisherman. Spoons.
We could, you know what, Amy? We could get sponsorships from Costco, from Smart and Final, the ones that sell their own brands of
cutlery,
plastic cup. I mean, you just
Listen,
we're useful. I'm just saying we're useful.
And the other thing too, it's an opportunity for them to, you know, have people that would literally put like Costco boxes on their back or something
Yeah.
with the name. Sorry, we can
Free
forget.
samples.
people
And free
be like,
samples.
oh yeah, I forgot about them. I just like, oh man.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
forgot that
everybody at
last
home,
week.
thank you so much for watching, for listening, for whatever you do with us.
Whatever you do with us. Whatever you're doing.
Whatever
while
you're
watching-
doing, you know what? There's part of not while we're live because that's a little worse, but it's like, you know what? Hey, if you're taking a dump, if you're, you know, giving yourself some self love,
There it is. That's
I'm
the
okay
one.
with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Cool. Hello.
Like-
Anyway.
Yeah.
For me, if you're watching me, but I don't want to put
Mm.
them all through that stuff. I don't
No, me
consent
too.
for them. To
No,
go
me
through
too.
that.
Me too.
Me and Steve. If it's a
Yeah.
me and Steve show and you're
I
touching yourself,
want to know. Tell me. Comment.
I mean,
comment below.
maybe. Maybe.
Give me a subscribe.
Yeah. So thanks for, you know, being
whatever
with
it was.
us. However you are.
Wash your hands.
We appreciate you. Do we want to raid somebody? What are we?
Peanut.
What are we?
Yeah, we could rate somebody. Let me go ahead and find somebody. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us on Tuesday.
Somebody to love.
Cable guy.
There it is.
Cable guy.
Oh, Billy.
Billy. Cable guy.
I will send that to some the gif of that to one of my friends that when I'm trying to get their attention to play video games, I will just send them the gif from Cable Guy. Oh, Billy, with his nipple against the glass, just for no context, just
The nightmare
"Oh,
scene.
Billy.
Okay. Guess I'll leave.
Night, everybody in the chat that's jumping.
Red Knight's going down.
Yeah, we could go raid Andy
down,
Cortez
down,
Team Division.
Red Knight's going down.
All right.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. I'm start the raid. So yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
sing us out.
You know the drill. Go to our website, nerdon.tv, but the actual drill is nerd on.
On.